Alright, Shalom. First, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua. Double honor to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, peace, love, and citation to the elect. I keep out there pushing the word of truth and sincerity. Basically, this video gonna be about the times we in. And I'm just gonna, basically be in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, and Second Ezra, the 9th chapter. But I'm gonna start off, with Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Basically the seasons we in, and the times. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. My main point is the 8th verse. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Right now we in a time of war. We in the end. We in a time of war. We in a time of famine, death, destruction. We in a time of where the Lord about to come, and visit the earth, which He created. We in that time, where evil beasts, race wars, World War III. We not in a time of peace. Like it was, how it was a couple of years ago. We not in a time like that. We in a time of war now. All the things that come with war. And this don't be the last scripture because I gotta go. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 9, or the last chapter. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and what thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand. No, let me break that down. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So the Lord said, measure the times diligently in itself. So we supposed to be measuring the times, looking at the news, reading different articles, just basically like measuring the times to know that the times we in, like looking at the news to see if the prophecies is coming to pass, which they are. If brothers been watching, which I know they have, He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, which the Lord did tell us through His scriptures, then shalt thou understand that is this very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. So this is the time we in. We in this time right now. Like we not in the time of peace. We in this time where the Lord is about to visit the world which He created. Which He made. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, again, the time that we in the time of earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then should thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So he said, just like have all things in the world have a beginning. We have a beginning of our lives when we come out of our mom womb. And the end is when we die. Like just like have everything in this world have a beginning and the end. So is the Lord says, such as how He did the world. He created the world to be. He gave signs and stuff to show the end. Which is powerful. Powerful endings and effects and signs. So like it. Yeah, earthquakes, all that. The Lord gave us signs, to tell us what the end is. And basically that was this video about basically the time that we in, the seasons that we in, man. We not in the time of going to college. We not in the time of trying to establish a place in this society, all that type shit, So brothers, if you got, people doing that to you, like demons coming at you, about, trying to establish, basically an empire in the society, rebuke them. Rebuke yourself and examine yourself, man, because that's what I had on me. I had a demon on me like that. I had demons coming at me, trying to get me to go to college, and all that, because, I just graduated from high school, and you got people coming at you, go to college, they'll go do this, do that, man. But that's not the time we in. We're not in that time, man. And plus, the Lord said, he that loseth his life, he that seeketh to save his life should lose his life. He that loseth his life shall save it. Let me get that scripture. Yeah, that's scripture. Before I end it up. Get that scripture before I end it out. Bear with me, please. Yeah, like we not in that time, trying to, establish, a place in the society. You say even our rest. Bear with me. He that seeketh. It's Matthew 16:25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my name's sake shall find it. So you basically trying to go to college, all that shit is trying to save your life, Like, and the Lord said, whoever saves his life shall lose it, and whosoever loses life for my name's sake shall find it. So you got to give up a lot of things on this side, jobs and all that shit, that because that's the times we in, man. Those are the times we are in. We are not in the time of, trying to establish, a place in the society, man. Like, and lately, I've been having demons trying to come at me like that, physically and motherfucking spiritually, through my head and all that, like, but that's not the time we in, man. I hope this was edifying, to the brothers, brothers, just keep on enduring, just keep your mind on the prophecies, and pray for brothers. Pray for the brothers down there in Houston, Texas. Pray for the brothers in Florida, because a new hurricane about to hit there, Hurricane Irma, which is a Category 5, which is the Lord's hand, the Lord's power. Whether it was Esau with his motherfucking dumbass technology that he did, it's still the Lord, But pray for the brothers and Shalom.